This is Valley News Live at 6.
A sex offender who left the grounds of the state hospital in Jamestown and was involuntarily admitted has been found and arrested. Valley News Team's Rose Itzkovitz has more on how authorities found him and why he was allowed to roam in the first place.
A patient up there had walked away from the state hospital.
The North Dakota Highway Patrol got the call late Tuesday night.
And we began then the investigation of his AWOL status from the state hospital.
Jerry Roy Stewart has a long list of offenses in multiple counties.
Stewart is a registered violent sex offender, and he's also underneath the custody of North Dakota Parole and Probation right now.
So why was he allowed to walk these open grounds?
We treat approximately 1,300 to 1,500 individuals per year. It is not necessarily an uncommon thing for individuals to make decisions about their own care or even to elope from a hospital or walk away from a hospital.
Rosalie Etherington, superintendent of the state hospital, wouldn't comment on Stewart's case, citing privacy laws, but says many come into the hospital straight from the public.
So they are not confined, they are not in trouble with the law, but instead they are coming from the community for treatment.
Captain Brian Niewind of the State Highway Patrol tells us Stewart was there for chemical dependency treatment. But according to his probation officer,
he's basically failed to comply with his probation conditions, and he's not in compliance with his probation conditions. But at this point in time, North Dakota Parole and Probation is not pursuing any charges.
Meanwhile, both the state hospital and Highway Patrol say Stewart is not treated like a prisoner while at the hospital, but a patient.
So it's a very therapeutic type of environment. So they have to allow them some different ways to try and treat them outside of just keeping them locked up like in a cell or on a unit.
In Jamestown, Rose Itzkovitz, Valley News Live.
Authorities say Stewart was spotted and later picked up some 13 miles south of Jamestown. The Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation says that while Stewart is on parole, he did not violate probation since they did not place him in the hospital. A little breezy today, but not too bad out there. Certainly some clouds in the sky, certainly worthy of firing up the grill and maybe cooking up some juicy steaks. And speaking of that, let's toss it to Hutch Johnson, who's with the gang from Cashwise and this week's winners of a backyard barbecue. Hutch?
Thanks so much, Mike. We are in West Fargo tonight, and as far as the weather's concerned this evening, we do have areas that are pretty soggy. Here in the FM area, we're dodging any showers for the time being. Here is a look at that radar, and you can see southeast North Dakota to south central North Dakota is where most of the activity is taking place right now. And these are soaking showers. But when we look off to the east, we actually see breaks in the clouds on our live sky cam. Here is a look at that rain. It's heavy from Jamestown through the Valley City area. Real soaking showers, the beneficial kind. Slow and steady movement towards Fargo, but it's going to take a while to get here. It's just not advancing too much. We have spotty showers in northwest Minnesota. So for this evening, temperatures warmest to the east, cool in the pool of rain and clouds. Look at Bismarck, 59 there, Aberdeen, 63. Right now, 73 in the FM area. Here is a look at your planner for this evening. Temperatures will slowly slip into the 60s. We will stay cloudy. And for Fargo-Moorhead, I believe we stay dry. Our best chance of rain will likely come after bedtime tonight and during the overnight hours. In Grand Forks, no rain yet, but boy, it's on its way. Looks like a pretty soggy Thursday for many of us in the forecast. I'd love to introduce you to this week's winner of the Cashwise Backyard Barbecue, Deb Curlin from West Fargo. Deb, where did you sign up to win?
West Fargo, Cashwise.
Very good. And was it hard to get ready for this event tonight?
Nope, just set up the tables and do the silverware.
Yeah, and Cashwise brings everything else from the chips and the condiments to the even the paper plates, huh?
They did, yes.
All right, that's good because then Hutch don't have dishes duty to do. But we do have some watermelon to work on. And let me ask some of your guests here. First, what is your name?
Linda.
Linda, how was everything?
Absolutely wonderful.
Okay, did you hear that, Mike? It's absolutely wonderful out here. I wish you could be here with me to enjoy some of this steak and watermelon and chips and everything. But for you at home, get into your local Cashwise. Find the meat department, sign up. Maybe we'll be in your backyard next week. For now, we'll toss it back into the studio to you, Mike.
All right, thanks, Hutch. We now know the name of the person who was found dead at the Wadena County Fairgrounds earlier this month. When police arrived at the fairgrounds on June 6, they found 54-year-old Roger Donnelly inside a ticket booth. Investigators say foul play is not suspected. In Moorhead, police are asking for your help locating this man, John Gross. He has a warrant for felony sale of a simulated substance. And if you have any information about Gross, you're urged to contact dispatch 701-451-7660. West Fargo's police are asking for your help in locating Ryan Flanagan. Flanagan has multiple open warrants, including criminal conspiracy and probation violation. If you have any information about his whereabouts, call West Fargo and this number, 701-433-5500. A Bemidji woman has an area officer and her security camera to thank for catching the people who stole her nephew's bicycle. In the video, you can see someone with a hood and black pants run up to the bike and drive away with it. The woman says a minor and an 18-year-old were caught and charges are pending in this case. Fargo police want you to know about a recent change with regards to oil products made with cannabis. The Cass County State's Attorney's Office has provided a memorandum explaining the changes and the details surrounding CBD products. The bottom line is that it is legal to possess CBD products in North Dakota as long as the CBD is extracted from legally produced hemp. If it contains less than 0.3% THC, then it is legal to possess. For more information, just go to our website at valleynewslive.com and click on this story. In Moorhead, police are trying to help local kids stay out of trouble. Today, the police department kicked off its summer youth program. It's free for kids who don't have other plans. Organizers say it creates positive relationships between the children and law enforcement, paving the way for better future interactions.
We definitely want them to see the human side of our police officers, to not be scared of them. Just know that they're here to help them and be a resource for them in the future.
Juvenile justice experts say kids involved in these social activities are also less likely to pick up aggressive or defiant behaviors and avoid situations that encourage poor choices. We have information on how to enroll your child in Moorhead's summer youth program. Visit us online at valleynewslive.com. In West Fargo, firefighters along with other area fire departments recently took part in a boom deployment class. It focused on the skills needed in case of a spill or a leak into a waterway. BNSF Railroad was represented at the event. The final drill was to set up 500 feet of deflection boom with a boom vane. A high line collection point was also rigged up to position the booms correctly. With news that zebra mussels have been discovered in Lake Ashtabula near Valley City, the state of North Dakota is trying to quarantine the invasive species from spreading to other lakes and rivers. This includes a ban on transporting water to avoid transporting microscopic larvae to other areas.
Once it gets into a lake, it's almost impossible to eradicate. And so we're not planning on doing any treatments.
Lake Ashtabula feeds into a few fisheries downstream, which they said will be closely monitored. There are chemical treatment options, but they are only going to be successful if the zebra mussels and larvae are destroyed. Later on Valley News Live at 6, he's showing appreciation for police officers across the country, and you can add North Dakota to that list.
And winds of change in the forecast. We'll talk about when the rain arrives to the valley in your full weather coming up next.